Well, for the past couple of days, I've had some really strong headwinds, which isn't anything new in itself. I've been dealing with pretty strong winds for past 3, going on 4 weeks. But the big difference is now I'm in the desert and I'm going through a heat wave for the past couple of days. So it's like 98 degrees today. It's just the beginning of May. So anyway, it doesn't matter though. It's 98 is 98. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of summer or the middle of spring. But so the problem I'm having is that I got the heat wave as well as the strong winds, and it's kind of a double whammy because usually when the strong winds, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna have to work harder, get up a little earlier and a little later, and I'm just gonna have to work a lot harder to get through. But here it's too hot. You can't do that. I mean, if you try to do that, and I have kind of tried to do that, and you get like dizzy and like you feel like you might pass out or something because it's too hot. So it's been really, really slow going because you can't push yourself too hard. So I've been going in the heat of the day, probably only like 10, 15 kilometers, and then you take a break and you rest. Right now I'm in a bus stop. You can see a little protection from the wind, certainly protection from the sun. But yeah, I've been chilling in these bus stops, so because they have them for every little village. So I'm just passing like a small, there's like 5 houses or something right here. So they have a bus stop on the side of the road, and they seem to have them every like 15, 20 kilometers. So every time I see one, I take it, and I just like take like a 20, 30 minute nap, and just kind of like take it really, really slow because you just cannot, get any like speed or distance in the heat of the day. It's been really frustrating, to be honest. I mean, to say the least, it's been frustrating. I'm still sticking to schedule, though. And with any luck, I do believe I should have a change in fortune in the winds coming up soon. But anyway, yeah, it's been real slow going, but, slow but steady. All right, later.